Welcome back to Pandora. This is Borderlands 2, a first-person shooter RPG. It's been 3 years since the release of Borderlands, and a lot has changed on Pandora. The events of this game takes place 5 years after the events of its predecessor, and instantly you see some of these changes. Instead of being surrounded by sand and deserts, in wasteland environments you find yourself in new terrains, from snowy hills to mountainous terrains with pools of lava and fire, futuristic cities, and yes, the wastelands do return along with much more. However, we see that not everything has changed here. Our little robotic friend Claptrap is back and better than ever.
Great! Another deadbolt hunter. Handsome Jack's been busy.
With the addition of returning characters, we meet a few new ones which Borderlands never cease to make them interesting. This Pandora feels lived in. No longer you traverse vast lands and distances feeling completely alone. The population has come together to defeat Handsome Jack, a rich treasure hunter, trying to control the newly discovered resource of Pandora, Iridium.
I can't think of anything I need done. If I do, though, you'll be first.
Ultimately, this game is about loot, leveling your character, exploring the land, and more loot. Exploration gains you loot you may have otherwise never found, like that hidden chest that seemed unobtainable at first. Kills gain you loot and experience as well as missions, and by no means is there a shortage of missions. There are story missions and optional missions here, and the more you do, the more loot and XP you get. Gaining XP and leveling up is important here. You get freedom to customize your character's abilities to fit your playstyle. Though there are only 4 characters, the Commando, the Assassin, the Gunzerker, and the Siren, the customizability of abilities and unlockable skins make you feel like you're evolving into the character you want to be playing as, and which suits your playstyle best. As an optional feature, you gain badass ranks by completing challenges much like in Borderlands. However, instead of gaining XP, you gain ranks and player skins. These ranks may be used towards a number of boosts that permanently increase for all your characters. This is Borderlands 2 in a nutshell. Now, how does it play? It plays much like Borderlands, with almost every aspect tweaked and improved, from smarter and stronger foes, being able to trade weapons and money instead of dropping guns for your partners. This game has comedy and lots of it. Borderlands 2 never misses a moment to make you smile or laugh, sometimes even tear up because of what's happening on screen. This is because they put together a story with characters that, although not very believable in real life, they're believable here, in the Borderlands, in these environments. The characters breathe life in this vast world, and it works wonders beyond what Borderlands had first attained 3 years ago. It makes us want to see more, hear more, discover more about the world and its inhabitants. Even the enemies are lovable, and you care for them because of how animated and unique every character is. The game is filled with pop culture references and Easter eggs. This is a game that doesn't take itself seriously by any means and attains what a lot of games miss. It's fun, not just for 6 to 8 hours, and you want to put it down and never play again. This game gives you content you can return to over and over again. Try different playstyles, thrive for new and better loot, challenge harder enemies. For these reasons, Borderlands 2 plays well cooperatively with up to 4 players in the game. And the bonus of playing together is that the more you are, the better loot and stronger opponents you will find. This is a game that anyone can fall in love with. It's not a serious military-based shooter. It's a run and gun at times. Other times you must strategize what weapons and elements to use to best defeat your foes, and there are millions of weapons and ways to do so. There is no complex leveling system here. The RPG elements are kept simple and very easy to use and follow. If you spend skills and see they're not working for you, it's very easy to reset for a small fee and start your skill tree from scratch. This game takes a good 30 hours or so to complete if you chose to work on most of the optional quests. Once defeated, you're offered to begin another, harder playthrough which promises new and more difficult enemies while keeping all your weapons and skills from the previous playthrough. This is a game worth picking up, whether you've played the first one or not. There's no better fun to be had than to get together with a couple friends and enter the crazy world of Pandora and battle to save this world.